Hello guys, so in this video I want to show how to do the following. How to code in C, right? The addition of two RSSI values. Now in RF you can have different channels and they might be giving you, let's say you have a system that is working in two channels and each channel is like you have two antennas, so they're receiving signals. So one is receiving a signal of, let's say, minus 30 dBm, and the other channel is receiving a signal of minus 30 dBm. What is the actual combined power your signal strength you're receiving? So this video will show you how to code this. So I'm showing here that 30 dBm minus 30 dBm plus minus 30 dBm will give you minus 27 dBm. So yeah, the code, you can input different values and you should get the answer. Now what will be the combined RSSI for minus 80 dBm plus minus 75 dBm, right? Now the two formulas you need for this code is, first you need to convert the RSSI to watts. Then you need to add the watts, and then you need to take the watts, the total watts, and reconvert it to dBm. So the first formula here, right? Let's just yeah, this guy, you take the dBm and you convert to watts. And the second formula, so this is formula 1, this is formula 2. Here, when you have the total watts, you reconvert to dBm. You cannot just add 30 to 30 and get minus, like 60 in this case. It's not like that. It works with a logarithmic formula here, right? You have to involve that when you're dealing with RSSI in RF calculations. Now we will do this in a C code. All right. So here are the formulas, and the idea is, in the C code, I want to, my program name would be, let's say, dBm, right? So that will be my executable file, dBm, and then I'll put, let's say, minus 30 and minus 30, and this should give me the output of minus 27. All right. So, and the other thing I'll show you in this program is that you can have this on the console, or you can save this to a text file. All right, and you can append that text file. Okay, so stay on now. Let's get into the code here. So you see the formulas, and then I have to code this in C. Now to code this in C, you would at least use the math.h header. So let's get down to the program. So let me show you how it works first. So here I have, let's deal with the first scenario, 30 and 30. So you see here, I'm combining 30 RSSI value of 30 dBm and 30 minus 30 dBm and minus 30, and getting minus 27. Now, how do I code something like this? So you can check this. This is standard. You're adding these two values, you should get minus 27, right? So to utilize the formula, here's my code. So first thing I'm looking at here is the power. So let's get back to this here. So can I link this here so you can see? Don't know how great this is gonna work out, but this 10 here, let's use a different, maybe this. Yep. So this 10 is this line 8 double x. All right. And dBm divided by 10. Now I have operand 1 and operand 2 here. So you can see I'm going to get a value for this portion here. All right. So this here, maybe, yeah, this here is going to be val 1 and val 2, right, for the two cases. Then what am I doing now? When I get this here, I'm dividing by 1,000. I'm taking power formula, putting x, this x is this 10, so that's this 10, and val 1 is my operand divided by 10, that's my whatever I'm inputting here, let's say 30, and then I am getting, so this on line 16, what I'm doing effectively here is converting a dBm to watts, so that'll be result 1. Then for the next channel I'm doing the same thing, convert the other 30 to watts, then I'm adding the watts and I'm getting a total watts. Then I need to reconvert that total watts to dBm, and that is what I'm doing using this formula here. So you see I have the total watts here, right? And then I am coding this and reconverting to dBm. All right, so let's go back here now. So here, log 10 to the watts, the total watts, times 10 plus 30, and then I'm running this. So in command line, you see I have minus 30 and minus 30 here. So I'm actually running this on the command line. I can change these values and I'm going to get different outputs, and I can send this to a file. All right. So the arc V1 and arc V2 would be these two values here, arc V1 and arc V2. The first here, the first one dot dash dBm, that is the name of my executable. So on the counter here, if you do a print for arc-C, that should give you 3, right? Because 0, 1, 2. So it's 3 values, the count. So this is the code you need to write to do this. And let's execute this code for some values now here. All right. So now you see here I have minus 30 plus minus 30, and what was the other one I wanted to show you? Minus 80 and minus 75. What will be the combined values? So let's run that. So change this to minus 80 and minus 75, and that will give me minus 74 dBm. So if you have two antennas, they're receiving signals. One is receiving a signal of minus 80 and one is receiving a signal of minus 75. And if they're combining their power, you're going to get minus 74, a value of minus 74 dBm. All right. Now you can run this code and send it to a file. So I'll just show you one scenario. So let's say I want to send this to a file. Now you just have to put to pipe it to a file, and let's give the file a name. Call it cdbm results.txt. Okay, so now let's go here and look for that file. cdbm.txt. experiment here, guys. So if I run this and I put it to a text file, test dbm, I don't need that. So I should have gotten, here you go. Yeah, you see it created a text file name. It shows you the combined RSSI cdbm results.txt, and it has a first value. Now let us say I wanna check a next value, so I can rerun this again. Let's say I change this to 30. All right, and we run this. Now we go back into this text file, right? Maybe I need to close that and reopen the text file. So yeah, you see the value is minus 80 and 30 is minus 30. What I should have done here, I should have appended that file. So let's run it again. We're gonna put, in this case, 30 and 30. All right, and we will not overwrite, but we will append that file, right? So the first time you create the file, you use the single greater than. Second time double, because you're appending. Enter. Now we go back to this file, right? cdbm. Here you go. So you see, you can add the values. So if you're doing something and you're not sure, oh, I need to add two, I'm getting two different values of dBm, and my signal, I need to get a certain signal. You can code this, and you can output, you can generate different values here, right? And then you can know if you're within range based on different values. Of course, you can do something like this in other programs too, but I just wanted to code this in C, and show you how it goes. Yeah, so you can relook at the code here, right? And you got the formulas here, right? 1 and 2, and this is a code how you can do something like that on the command line. So I'll stop here for now, guys. Bye.